Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Wednesday, December 21st. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. After some backlash from the Alcohol Beverage Control Committee, civic groups, and even concerns raised by the Public Health Ministry, the Tourism and Sports Ministry is now revising its proposal for nightlife venues to stay open until 4 a.m., proposing that instead of having certain areas around the country, Phuket's Bangla Rd could be the sole pilot site for the extension of operating hours.
Currently, nightlife venues nationwide can only open as late as 2 a.m., and a proposal by the Tourism and Sports Ministry called for this to be extended to 4 a.m., but only in known tourist areas in certain provinces like Khao San Road in Bangkok, parts of Pattaya, and here in Phuket's Bangla Rd. But last month, the Alcohol Beverage Control Committee dismissed the proposal, citing its own study that forecast a 27% increase in road accidents and an increase in road fatalities by 10 to 20 per day nationwide if the measure would be allowed. Earlier this week, civic groups pressed the Public Health Ministry about the issue, and both groups stated their dismissal of the proposal as well, with the Public Health Minister saying that nightlife operators should look at other ways of increasing revenue. Given these developments, the Tourism and Sports Ministry went back to the drawing board, and they've now changed the proposal to have Bangla Rd here in Phuket as the sole pilot area for this proposal. It calls for the Bangla Rd nightlife venues to be allowed to stay open until 4 a.m. for the next 6 months, and after that time, they would reassess and see if this could be rolled out to other tourist areas around the country, especially if they hit their target of increasing revenue by 25%. The Tourism Ministry chose Bangla Rd because of the fact that a majority of guests there are foreigners, and they're in a city, Patong, that has a litany of hotels, resorts, and guest houses where tourists could walk or take a taxi to. The Tourism Minister said that while he acknowledges the concerns by other parties, the proposal is backed by economic studies at Bangla Rd, which found that tourists usually spend the most during late night hours. The revised proposal will be put forth to the cabinet for a final decision. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
A Russian man who was beaten in an assault at the Darasamut intersection in front of Central Festival shopping mall late last month has made a public appeal in the hopes of finding his attackers.
The man reported the assault to Widget police on November 26. The assault occurred at 1:50 p.m. that day, according to Novosti Phuketa, the Russian-language sister newspaper to the Phuket News. According to the police report, the man and his Russian assailants were on small motorbikes waiting at traffic lights when the assault occurred, and he didn't know the men prior to the attack. Nearly a month after filing a report, the man says he was told by police that they would identify the attackers, but later stated that it was difficult, given that the license numbers and faces were not visible, and that it happened in one of the most significant intersections in Phuket. However, posts on social media, including a video showing the incident, noted that the attackers were natives of one of the southern regions of Russia. The men made impolite remarks to the passenger of the victim. He answered them with a gesture, after which the conflict quickly turned into a physical altercation. After the assault, the attackers, one of whom was wearing a tank top, they fled the scene on a yellow scooter together. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
The new year is right around the corner, which also means that Phuket officials are now gearing up for the biannual 7 Days of Danger road safety campaign, which this year will be observed from December 29 to January 4th, and local police are also recruiting female volunteers to help.
Road checkpoints will be set up across the island. Among the strategies to be employed by officials to improve road safety during the period is the prosecution of traffic law violators to receive the maximum penalty so that motorists will obey traffic laws, especially with regards to making crosswalks safe. To help boost road safety awareness in communities across the island, the Phuket Provincial Police have recruited about 100 female volunteers who have joined a 3-day training course. The training is being held in conjunction with the Phuket branch of the Thai Health Promotion Foundation, a key government agency for driving road safety campaigns throughout the country. Last year, Phuket concluded its 7 Days of Danger road safety campaign for the new year with 1 death and 27 people admitted to hospitals for injuries sustained in 28 accidents. Police also reported just over 11,000 vehicle inspections and just under 3,000 fines levied, the overwhelming majority of which was for not wearing a helmet, followed by motorists not having a driver's license. However, given the COVID-related restrictions over the past 2 New Year celebrations, and with tourism rebounding this holiday season, the expectation by police is that the numbers would increase given that there are simply many more people on the island now compared to last year. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
The Royal Thai Navy retrieved 6 bodies from the choppy seas in the Gulf of Thailand on Tuesday, while also rescuing 1 sailor as their search continues for survivors after a Thai warship capsized on Sunday.
The HTMS Sukhothai sank during a storm in the Gulf about 20 nautical miles off the coast of Prachuap Khiri Khan province. And while 70 out of the more than 105 sailors on board were rescued, 31 went missing, and search operations have intensified since Sunday night. But the storm and choppy conditions in the Gulf have hampered rescuers' efforts. On Tuesday, they were able to rescue 1 man, a ship inspector, but also recovered the bodies of 6 other men who went down with the vessel. The survivor did reveal what happened on the vessel and stated that it was unable to anchor off a beach, so they headed back to Sattahip district, and on their way, a detachment of Marines decided to head back there with the ship as well. The vessel had only 70 life jackets available. The Admiral of the Royal Thai Navy and the Prime Minister expressed their deepest regret over the casualties and extended condolences to their families as they try to identify the bodies of the other men pulled out of the water. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
Several stimulus measures have been approved by the cabinet in Bangkok, meant to boost public spending and help bring life back to the economy in Thailand going into the new year. And it includes tax rebates for shoppers and also reductions in building taxes, but the private sector is having a mixed reaction to it all.
The stimulus measures include a new shopping tax rebate scheme whereby consumers would be able to claim income tax rebates on up to 40,000 baht of purchases between January 1st and February 15, 2023. All backed up by paper or e-invoices. The rebate excludes purchases of alcohol, tobacco, all vehicles, boats, tour guide fees, hotels, all public utilities, phone and internet service fees. The reaction from retailers about this scheme has been largely positive, receiving support from the chief executive of Lotus's Thailand, as well as the chief commercial officer at Big C Supercenter and other retailers. Another stimulus measure is to reduce the land and building tax by 15%, cut property transfer fees from 2 to 1%, and decrease mortgage registration fees from 1% to 0.01% next year, according to the Bangkok Post. Concerning this measure, property firms, as well as the Thai Real Estate Association, they say it would make the market more sluggish, largely because of loan-to-value or LTV limit. The Bank of Thailand is expected to reintroduce the LTV limit starting next year, and critics say the property market could contract by more than 10% in 2023 because of the LTV limit changes. Getting back to stimulus measures, the cabinet also slashed the excise tax on jet fuel for domestic flights from 4.7 baht to 0.20 baht per liter from January 1st to June 30th of 2023, all to promote tourism and supporting the recovery of airline operators after the COVID pandemic. In addition, license fees for liquor, tobacco, and playing card vendors will be waived for the year for all existing sellers. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
Thanks so much for joining us here at Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks and mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.